everybody. Artistry and Finesse with you on Sunday night. The series is tied at 1 in Finesse. That was Dance of Champions stuff right there.
Yeah, that was excellent performance all around. And what I kept coming back to, like, kind of late first period was, this is why we were so much looking forward to playing the Rangers instead of the Flyers. Because if the Pens start off against the Flyers with taking 3 penalties, it's probably like 2-0. Fleury's in his own head. Everyone's scrambling around like crazy. But the Rangers let you play a real hockey game. They don't have a very good power play. And the Pens played their best game maybe of the entire playoffs.
I would go further. I would say it was the best game I've seen them play all year. And, I think that the narrative will be in part that the Rangers are just exhausted. They were a step behind the whole night, and they were. But you know what? Everybody's got to live with the reality of the schedules and the playoffs. Lundqvist was out of his mind tonight.
Yeah.
The Penguins dominated that game in a way I haven't seen them dominate a game from start to finish, maybe all year.
Yeah, and the tired thing can't be an excuse, because if you want rest, then don't go 7 games in the first round. How about, win game 6 in Philly, and then you'll have 4 days off before round 2. So
right.
That's the move. That's why I don't, the tiredness thing and unfairness of the schedule. It's tough for them, but so be it. Deal with it.
Yeah, and of course, the more important narrative is that the Penguin Stars all came to play tonight. Crosby was phenomenal. I'm very confused. I was sure that there was a physical issue with him. Now I don't trust myself anymore. I mean, he was flying out there. And it seems like it's only a matter of time if he keeps up this level of play.
Yeah, maybe whatever it was physically that was bothering him is feeling better. Maybe he got some treatment. Maybe they shot him up.
I mean, could he have been just in a fog and unable to try hard? I mean, what?
We don't. He had a mysterious injury for like a year and a half. Maybe there was something with that. I don't know. It's hard to say, but he certainly looked good right from the beginning.
Yeah, he looked great. That's a fantastic sign for the Penguins. And Fleury standing in there toe-to-toe with Lundqvist was a great sign as well.
Yeah, he made some nice saves. I thought his rebound control was better. I just thought the Pens did a great job in general keeping down like the really high-quality chances. I thought it seemed like there were a lot of block shots, or at least a lot of big block shots. Like, when the Rangers did look like they were going to get a good look at the net, the Pens got in the lane. It was a good performance. I mean, everybody played well, I thought.
Yeah, can you break up that Letang-Martin pairing ever at this point? Those guys are great together.
Paul Martin made so many nice plays tonight. Just so many nice plays. He had maybe his best game.
He's so smooth.
Silky smooth. It was,
and
it was very nice.
Phenomenal. Look, you can't. It feels good just to do a podcast and be able to praise a bunch of people. I mean, it's just been a very rare occurrence for us recently.
Look, it's weird that I feel positive about Chris Letang after any Penguins game, let alone a playoff game. And he was good. He was good tonight. Although he does drive me crazy. I gotta say, he just drives me crazy. Just the worst part, and like I've started to close my eyes when I see Fleury go behind the net to stop a puck, and Letang's the defenseman coming for it, and they're communicating in French about what to do. Like someone's leaving the puck for somebody. You just know something terrible is going to happen with the two of them at some point.
Wait a minute. Can we just enjoy ourselves for a minute?
I'm just saying that's the only thing that bothers me still because I just know that's the only thing. But they were both good tonight, so They
were good. And another positive that I think was underrated about tonight. About halfway through the game, I'm thinking to myself, I disagree with it most of the time, but I understand Bilesma's inclination to always play the veteran over the young guy. Because in a game like this, you saw Matta, at least for the first half, Matta and Bo Bennett being guys that were relatively soft on the puck compared to what the rest of the Penguins were doing. But I was very excited that they seemed to get stronger towards the end of the game. And Matta had that terrific look to Bennett in the high slot. Bennett went up high on Lundqvist and was patient. But that's the kind of play we're going to need to get from those two. They're going to need to be out there. You can't shelter them.
Well, that's emergibility.
It's emergibility. That's exactly what we talked about.
Yeah, and the minute they were both Mata and Niskanen were both over 18 and a half minutes tonight. Paul Martin 26, Letang 25. Where's Scuderi? He must not have played it. 16:48 Scuderi, Bortuzzo 14. That seems reasonable.
Scuderi wasn't noticeable tonight. It was wonderful how unnoticeable. His lack of emergibility was really encouraging, I thought.
I think I wouldn't give short shrift to the difference it makes to just not have Tanner Glass on the ice. Gibbons is not that great of a player, but he's such an improvement, and he has speed.
He's very effective, is what he is. He played 10 minutes, and I would argue that Brian Gibbons' 10 minutes a night is more noticeable for good reasons than anybody else in that bottom six.
Yeah, I don't know how you could go back to Tanner Glass at this point. Pens were more physical. They were better at everything because, and I think in a lot of ways it was because they didn't have those shifts, the Tanner Glass shifts, where the other team just takes 8 shots at Fleury.
Yeah,
I love it. Really, I don't know. Is Glass hurt? I wasn't paying attention before the game. Is he injured or just scratched?
There's no indication that he was injured. He was fine in the morning skate. I just think, you have to be blind to think that he's one of our top 12 forwards.
Yeah.
When everybody's healthy.
Do you think this is the optimal lineup? Or I guess Orpik would probably slot in there. And maybe you take, optimal Pens lineup, maybe you take Scuderi out and put Orpik in and leave Bob in there?
I think I would, but it's a much tougher call than it was 3 or 4 days ago. I think Scuderi's been real solid with Bortuzzo back there.
Yeah, well, he had that terrible giveaway in overtime, obviously, in Game 1. But
yeah, that was terrible. I think if you put a gun to my head, I would play Orpik, but I think Scuderi's been better.
How funny was the sequence when Bob gives a cross-check to Marty St. Louis right in the kidneys, and then Rick Nash gives a cross-check right in Bob's kidneys, and Bortuzzo just he lunges forward and makes some awkward face. It was such a Bob thing that whole sequence.
Bob don't care. Bob don't care. Bob's not going anywhere.
Bob will be Bob.
Bob's going to be Bob, and you got to let Bob be Bob.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the Rangers ice time. Girardi 24 minutes, McDonough 23:30. That's good. You got to. Those guys, you got to wear them down. You got to stay on them.
So what happens tomorrow night? These guys, I know they're professional athletes. I agree with your theory on this, but they looked completely gassed tonight.
They did, but I wonder, I just don't know. I'm not going to go to the point of saying they were gassed because of the schedule. They might have just been tired because they were chasing the Pens all night on the ice.
True.
I think that's how. I think a team is just more tired when the other team has the puck. It's not about how often they play, how many games they play per week. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. They're going to do it again tomorrow in any event. And I think this is a real chance to grab a stranglehold.
Well, obviously, tonight was a must-win. Must-win game.
Obviously.
Tonight.
If we can beat them with Lundqvist playing like that, that's got to give our team a lot of confidence. It could have been 8-0 tonight.
Yeah, he was exceptional. He was really, really good. But the Pens just stayed at it. That's all we've wanted, and you just get a sense in a way that that fear is where we've passed that part, the sort of mental breakdown. I'm frustrated. I'm just going to go crazy now, and Crosby getting in fights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
James Neal, you pointed out during the game, James Neal was absolutely determined to take a penalty at some point tonight, and he did.
Right.
But that's, if that's the worst we have, from a mental breakdown ability standpoint, that's fine.
He might be the worst on the team right now in terms of mental breakdown ability potential. Letang's got himself under control. I don't know why the Rangers aren't trying to do more to antagonize him.
That's all I would do if I was playing the Penguins is
right.
Mess with Chris Letang.
He's been totally under control. Neal is the guy that you feel like is just going to fly off the handle at any time.
Yeah, but he was in the way he was doing it tonight. He was it was a little more effective in that I think it was getting under the Rangers' skin a little bit. It wasn't just him being a jerk for the sake of him being a jerk. Like, I think it was getting to them a little bit.
Speaking of getting to them, Kunitz was as well. I just love the way he went down like a wet fettuccine noodle on that call at the end of the game.
Well, that's sweet justice because of Dan Carcillo in the first period. It was the head snap back. I mean, I thought he might have thrown his neck out, Dan Carcillo, early in the game. With the way, I mean, he got punched in the chest, and he acted like his head fell off, like he just got hit by a sniper.
One thing that you missed out on tonight that I felt really bad about was the Deal Automotive Brett Kiesel commercial.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen these Deal Automotive commercials ever?
I'm not that familiar with them, no.
I wonder if it's on the internet, if you could Google this. The Deal Automotive lady, like, standing alone is just, she really carries a commercial in the best possible way. She's just so bizarre you can't take your eyes off her. And then you insert Brett Kiesel into the equation, wearing, like, a variety of weird outfits and just being Brett Kiesel. It's really something you need to see.
I have one here of
Hi, I'm Karina Deal from Deal Automotive.
Yeah, you got it.
Our dealerships are just like Brett Kiesel. Big, fast, and fun.
Trust me, I'm fun.
Right now, we have a new line of fuel-efficient cars and trucks that run on diesel.
Karina, we've been through this before. Nobody runs on the diesel.
But Brett, the new diesels are coming.
Everybody loves the diesel.
Dollar for dollar, deal for deal. You'll get the car you want at the price you want.
Isn't it time you tried Deal?
What could be better?
Yeah, that's terrific. Her accent is unbelievable. Her yinzerness is off the charts.
Oh, the Deal lady, and she's had so much work done. And
Karina,
she's determined to just make herself the face of that company.
There's no profession in any city, Pittsburgh in particular. There's no profession that's more representative of the city than female car dealership spokeswoman. Like, I feel like no matter what city you go to, if there's always that car dealership that has like 6 locations and rock bottom prices, and the woman who's like, it's either like her name on it or somehow she's the general manager or something. Like, that woman is always the epitome of whatever city the car dealerships are in.
That's such a great observation. I mean, you should really, like, if you have job offers in multiple cities, you should, like, in lieu of, like, another, callback interview, just, queue up the local automotive dealer commercials.
Yeah, like, what's it like to live in, like, Indianapolis? Like, I don't know, send me like the Bondi Toyota commercial or something. Like, that's what it's going to be like. And because truthfully, like, if you watch this Deal commercial with Brett Kiesel, you see, like, Brett Kiesel sitting on a lounge chair dressed like he's in Hawaii, but he's really, like, in Pittsburgh. Like, that's what people in Pittsburgh do in summer.
That's really that's on point. Well,
this podcast, by the way, brought to you by Deal Automotive.
That's exactly right. Great night tonight all around. I mean, to have a performance like that, just peppered with the Deal Automotive commercials, it really takes it to another level.
Any quick thoughts on Boston, Montreal?
Well, that was a comeback of the ages by the Bruins in Game 2, and it was really deflating for me because I was so enjoying the prospect of them going down 2-0 to Montreal. I think it'll probably go 6 or 7. It's going to be a really good series.
Yeah, Boston's definitely better, but if Montreal can get good goaltending and get their power play going, I could see it going.
They're a really opportunistic team. They can take advantage of having half the chances the Bruins do. That's what you need.
Yep. So, all right. Well, Penn's got to keep the foot on the gas tomorrow night for sure.
Yeah, fun night. Let's enjoy it for 24 hours.
Yes.
Happy Monday.
Indeed.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Until next time, GTOG.